If adopted as written in Monday's presentation, the cell phone rules for RPS students would broadly be broken up into two categories. At the pre-K elementary level, phones would be prohibited from bell to bell and at school-sponsored events, and any child with a phone will have to have it turned off and stored out of sight. At the middle and high school levels, phones are often stored during the day, but can be used at the end of the day and at after-hour school events if they don't disrupt that activity. The rules would allow students to use phones while on a school bus, but they'd have to use headphones and are banned from filming other students. Exceptions to these rules include students with medical, learning, or language needs. The need for these rules stems from an executive action over the summer from Governor Glenn Youngkin, who said it was necessary to improve focus in the classroom and remove the distraction and dangers posed by social media.
We're very excited about this, and I think it's going to have a great positive impact.
RPS has held 3 listening sessions on the topic since the state guidelines were released and put out a survey, and the results of which were included in Monday's presentation. It also included over 65 pages of written comments from teachers, students, parents, and others. Among them, one teacher supported the idea, saying, quote, "Students are not paying attention in class. Their phones are constantly in their hands. Either they are texting or listening to music. It is a constant battle trying to keep them focused." While some students' comments were opposed to the restrictions entirely, one student wrote, quote, "I feel that students shouldn't have their phones out when teachers are teaching, but in free time they should, as long as they aren't bothering anyone." Meanwhile, a common comment seen from parents was about emergencies. Quote, "School is always on lock and learn or something going on, need to be able to communicate." It was a concern one parent mentioned to CBS 6 during a lock and teach at River City Middle School on September 11th for an eventually unfounded threat.
It doesn't work in a lot of parents' favor because now a lot of parents are sitting out here like, hey, what's going on? What's going on?
To that end, the recommendations say for school-wide emergencies, RPS has procedures in place to notify parents, including automated phone calls, texts, emails, and updates online. Meanwhile, for one-to-one communication, it says parents should call the main office, while students can use the phones there to reach their parents. As for penalties for violating these policies, the recommendations say they'll take a tiered approach with a priority on corrective action, but repeated misuse could result in a suspension or other disciplinary actions.
And coming up at 6 o'clock, with this being the first presentation of these recommendations, what sort of timeline there could be for this being put in place. In Richmond, Cameron Thompson, CBS 6 News.